Hello, welcome to BibleTrack for January the 17th. Today we're reading John chapter 2, beginning with verse 1, down through chapter 4, verse 42. We start out in chapter 2 with the wedding up in Cana, and truly a miracle. It's one of those miracles that took place at the very beginning of Jesus' ministry. But some have suggested that the reply that Jesus made to his mama was disrespectful. But I think if you look at the text and my notes, I think you'll see that it wasn't disrespectful at all. The temple incident is the next thing that we see in chapter 2. That's when Jesus goes in and finds the temple grounds being abused and throws the money changers out. Now, by the way, this also took place in the week leading up to the crucifixion in the very same temple. But these incidents are completely separate and separated by 3 years. And then in chapter 3 we find an exchange between Jesus and Nicodemus. Nicodemus was a member of the Sanhedrin. As a matter of fact, he was a teacher of the Jewish Sanhedrin. So he was an expert on issues of the law. And he talks with Jesus about eternal life, and Jesus explains to him the concept of being born again. After the incident with Nicodemus, we find that John the Baptist weighs in on the identity of Jesus. This is where he says that Jesus must increase, but John the Baptist must decrease. And read the notes there for some additional insight on exactly what John the Baptist's role was here. In chapter 4, we come to the Samaritan woman. Now, as you've heard me mention on numerous occasions, the Samaritans had no respect from the Jews. As a matter of fact, the Jews considered them to be unclean. The background there is kind of interesting to see how they came to be under such disdain from the Jewish people. And so read the notes there and get an insight. But really, this 4th chapter, the incident with the Samaritan woman, is all about real worship. What is real worship? Well, I think you'll find after reading the text and the commentary that real worship is a 24/7 proposition. It's not just something that's done at church. It's something that's done 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Read my notes on that, and if you get nothing else out of today's reading, let's get a perspective on what real worship is. All right, we'll see you tomorrow when we'll continue with, yep, you guessed it, Job. Have a nice day.